The apostle of retirement planning. Yes, I am back from my week timeout. YouTube rightly put me in a week timeout for a video I did 2 years ago that questioned the efficacy of something that will not be named here today. How dare I? Be it as it may, I'm a sharecropper on YouTube, so if you're not following me on other places, I don't know what to tell you. Locals, Rumble, my other channel, YouTube, Josh Scanlon, and of course, heritagewealthplanning.com. Anyway, so someone had sent me this. I've been wanting to do a video on this for a while, and it was fun, a fun read here. She had written back. She goes, I just finished reading your book on Social Security. I completed your online course, and I've read your additional literature on retirement planning. I'm grateful that you quit your former job and started your business to share your knowledge. Your wealth of information and experiences has given me a level of comfort about retirement. I even took the additional step of terminating my service with Edelman and reading the book from John Bogle, Common Sense on Mutual Funds, which I got back there. I have a signed copy because I worked at Vanguard when Bogle, before they kicked him out. I hope you continue to be the apostle of retirement planning. You have eased my angst about the process and the planning. And I feel that if I keep the planning stupid and simple and yes, pay off my mortgage, I will be fine. 100%. I tell you, man, that's awesome. So let's check out another. And Scott writes in, thank you for helping me. I have a story to share. After following you for over the last few years, I became convinced I could leave my job and retire. I will be 63 years old this year. I quit my job on January of last year and did a good job saving for retirement, but always struggled with what I missed out on while I was working. I like to travel, hunt, and fish, but never made those things the priority they deserved. My job was more important. Now that I've left my job, I can see clearly that I was way more invested in the company than the company was invested in me. The final weeks before my departure, I expected that the heavens would open up and the company management would shower me with words of praise. It never happened. Sure, there were my coworkers and friends that congratulated me and spoke the logical, you will be missed, or typical, you will be missed. And I'm grateful for that, but for the most part, it was the proverbial chirp of crickets. Years ago, Bruce Williams, during his nighttime show, said, don't love something that can't love you back. That's sage advice. His job, this guy's saying. 2 weeks ago, I went to visit a friend / coworker who was still working. We were discussing my retirement, and I asked him, when are you planning to pull the pin? 2 more years was his answer. My response to him was, if you think you can, you should. Don't wait. Wednesday morning of this week, I received a text message that my friend had passed away in his sleep. His name was Scott, and he was 63 years old. God only knows when our time is up. God gave us the gift of life and the ability to choose how we spend it. Blessings to you and my friend Scott. May he rest in peace. 2 weeks ago, he went to visit a coworker who was still working. We were discussing when his retirement, this guy Scott, who likes to fish, hunt, and travel, hunt, and fish. He says to his buddy Scott, when are you going to pull the plug or pull the pin? He says 2 more years. Wednesday morning, he received a text message that his friend died. So this is the subject title in an email my man Eddie had sent to me. 2 years in retirement, why did I ever listen to your advice? I was like, what? This made me nervous, but then I read the email. I must admit, if one were to listen to pundits these days, all hope is lost. We are doomed unless we submit to letting someone else run our lives. I must say my father did not fight in World War II to give up, as well as many brave people across the globe who fought to be free from forced government control. So what does this have to do with my retirement? It is the freedom that one gains in living free from a job that controls you. Your advice let me take care of my mom until she passed away at 99 years old in December of this last year. Those months of freedom mean more than any job could replace. Your advice that if you have a nest egg that's big enough, there's no need to try to beat the market. Your advice that gold can be insurance for your portfolio, a plan I dollar cost averaged in for years now bears fruit. Your advice to try to be poor on paper has given me a 12% tax bracket and affordable health care. Your advice that expenses go down in retirement is so true, as my budget bears the proof. Your most crucial advice that leaving a crappy old job could save your life is so true. I had A1C in double digits. I don't know what that is. A1C in double digits. Now I'm in the fives. All my biomarkers are great. No more stress. I exercise and eat right because I now use my time for me, not my employer. Your advice that one can have a purpose in their life in retirement is so true. I think I'll die long before I'm bored. Freedom is a gift with a price, 100%. We just have to decide, is it worth it for ourselves? Thank you, Josh, for giving hope to those who seek freedom in retirement. All right, this is from Greg. Here's the deal, my friend. You have been an enormous influence on me, educating me on all things retirement related. There is simply no way to overstate what joy this brings me. I have never thought of money as a source of joy nor security, but I must admit these days I'm so optimistic about our future that I'm suspicious and looking for anything and everything that might derail us. The only thing I can think of is some catastrophic health issue, which is certainly an ever-present risk. None of us has an unlimited supply of time, so we're going for it, retiring at a relatively young age. I'll be 61 in September. My wife will be 60 in December. None of our friends are even close to retiring. I regret that, but oh well. Josh, we don't know each other personally, but I dare say I've come to love you. Greg, I'm interested, but I am married. You are a good man doing good work that has material impact on run-of-the-mill middle-class folks like us who've just always worked hard, played by the rules, and finally decided a point in life where we can enjoy the fruits of our labor and financial prudence. We never saved as much as some, but we remained debt-free. Oh, the debt-free. How shocking, huh? Got our kids through school, and one of them even through law school. Now the remaining time we have is for us, and dude, you helped pave the way. I'm a smart guy and always bucked conventional wisdom as it was related to retirement. I always knew the key was no debt and modest spending, but you legitimized my perspective and gave me added confidence. I'm so very grateful for that. May God richly bless you as you continue to work. Know this, you have won somebody out here in Texas who's a huge fan. All right. I get look, this is I guess toot my own horn, that's fine. I don't care. It's you say whatever. I just get emails like this all the time. And this is why I won't leave YouTube, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Because YouTube is where the audience is. And you got to fish where the fish are. You know what I'm saying? You got to cast your net where the fish are. And the facts are the facts, dudes. You know, the vast majority of us are way overstressed because of worries about retirement. Way overstressed. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. And then I'm going to share with you this real quick, and I'm going to do a separate video on this here in just a sec. This is from a retirement confidence survey from a bunch of financial firms in 2022. The number one concern for retirees is planning for future health and long-term care needs. Nothing comes close. Almost half of retirees, that is their number one concern. 48% say planning for future health and long-term care needs. Do you see how this, it's like, okay, and so the way I plan for future health and care needs is I'm going to keep grinding away in a job that's making me stressed and bringing me weight, bringing me blood pressure high, just putting me on the road where I have to drive where 45,000 people a year get killed, never mind maimed. Does that make any sense? Now they say retirees, all right, half of retirees state planning for future health and long-term care. What's the number one thing you can do if you're a pre-retiree to deal with that? Because I guarantee it's the same thing is going to be pre-retirees as well. They didn't actually do that, but I guarantee it's the same thing. Is you get in better shape. I mean, look, man, I've been out for 2 weeks, because I had a sinus infection, turns out. And I'm feeling a hell of a lot better today than I was yesterday, which is better. But I still got snuffle. I mean, I've had so much snot coming out of this freaking 190-pound, 5'9" body of mine. I'm like, dude, where does this all come from? It's nasty. And I still got some, but I'm on the backside of it now, thankfully. And this is before I got any antibiotics. I did finally get some yesterday because my ear was just clogged. I said, man. Anyway, long story short, your body deals with it as it can. But I haven't worked out in 2 weeks. I haven't walked. I haven't hardly got any fresh air. Just haven't felt. A little bit of fresh air, but not much. But I mean, the point being was I have the luxury to be able to sit at home. What if I had to go into the office? What if I had to drive? The stress of that. It's horrible for you, man. Horrible. So everyone's worried about healthcare costs because that's a great unknown. So they have everyone face. So basically, you can't retire because what about healthcare? Oh my goodness. So I'm going to stay at work, which leads me to have to consume more health care because the work is literally killing me. And I get emails like this all the time. It's not because I'm so freaking smart, it's just because I'm a contrarian man. I've been able to say, I don't know why, but I've always said, what if they're wrong? I've always had this, like, what if they're wrong? Which is why I go down these rabbit holes of conspiracy theories, because I say, wait, they've telling all this crap, what if they're wrong? You can't prove electrons exist. You can't prove photons exist. You know what I'm saying? You can't prove gravity. That doesn't mean none of these things exist. It just means you can't prove it. You have no proof to say these things explicitly exist. Here is our proof. You don't. What if they're wrong? You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, that's what I've always said. What if they're wrong? I mean, what if Jesus didn't exist? I'm okay with that. What if it's all based on faith? I mean, I completely agree. I think Jesus lived. I think Jesus died. If he did live, he inherently died. And I think he was resurrected because God said, I want you to be resurrected after the third day, as Jesus predicted. I'm 100%. That's based on faith. Everything you do is based on faith. Everything you think is based on faith. And you say, okay, at some point, I'm going to have the faith, the leap of faith to take this jump and say, God is in your hands to save your life. Anyway, I just love getting emails like this. I get so many. It's not because I'm so smart, it's just because I'm the one who has the ability to challenge, or the ability to, I don't know, the thought process to take the arrows and challenge it. I don't know why more people don't. I just think people literally just they want to go on to get along by and large, and I get it, man. It's tough, but at the end of the day, you're like, what if they're wrong? My life is in the hands of these people who could be wrong. All right, something to think about. Love to your thoughts, and we're back, baby. Back from timeout. I'm sure I'll be back in timeout again, so find me other places. God bless.